how many languages do I speak in daily life? Actually, I can speak. One is my dialect, the second is Mandarin, the third one English, and then French. And actually I speak Japanese a little bit, so I will try my best to record them. The first one is my dialect before I went to school, so that's my principal language. For example, I will say there is no subtitles because it's not a written language, it's only the spoken language. For example, if we say, have you eaten? I will say, 你骑了吗？你在做么事？你坤虚没有？我觉得青岛是一个天气比较不错的一个天。青岛马上要去做么事呢？我正在拍个视频，等一会可能要去吃饭，因为现在已经12点了。Okay, so this is my first language. It's very limited, and there is actually no verbs change as in Mandarin, but the limitation is that when we speak something that only existed in the city, so we cannot describe it in our dialect. That's the limitation for the region, for the regional language, for dialect. And then the second language is Mandarin. 我是中国人，我会说中文，中文是我的母语。从小学的时候我就开始说普通话，一直到大学。但是因为我曾经是讲方言，所以我在学校讲普通话讲得并不是很好。我曾经被人取笑过我的普通话，但是我觉得语言是可以通过练习的。所以现在你觉得我的普通话怎么样呢？ And then the third language, of course, is English. The English is my language when I was at school. From the middle school, it was when I was 13 years old. I learned English very late. It's not like nowadays students learn when they were like 3-4 years old. For me, unfortunately, I didn't get the material. So until I was in middle school, I began to learn English. And I'm still working on it. And I noticed in my previous videos that I made a lot of grammar mistakes. And I would like to improve my English as I did more and more videos. So, la suivante, je parle français, je ne parle pas très bien. Je suis nerveuse quand je parle français. Mais petit à petit, je pense que le français était plus facile pour moi parce qu'au début, c'était difficile. Imaginons que je suis chinoise. Cette langue était magnifique, mais aussi compliquée à apprendre. Du coup, voilà, je parle français dans la vie quotidienne. Je lis les livres en français, je regarde des vidéos en français, tout ça. Voilà. And then the last one could be the Japanese. はじめまして。私はずっと日本のドラマを見るのが好きで、たまにセリフを書きます。日本語をちょっと勉強していますが、三日坊なのであまり話せません。実は日本語を私の最初の韓国語です。日本で働いていた墓地にお願いしますと犬だけ教えてもらって、私はずっと お願いします。犬。お願いします。犬。って言ってました。私の日本語は、ずっと頑張っています。Voila! Those are the languages that I speak. And I noticed that if we want to practice a language, we should speak it. As you can see, my Japanese is like, voila, very terrible, I could say, because even I can read and I can watch the video, but because I didn't speak that a lot, so I cannot speak it well, which means if we want to improve our language learning, we should focus on the one perspective. It means that if we want to improve our language learning, we should focus on the skills itself. For example, if I want to improve my writing, I will focus on writing and then let the machine, the AI or the Grammarly to correct my writing. But if I want to improve my speaking level, so I have to speak in front of the cameras or communicate with friends, colleagues. So as I noticed that I have less opportunity to practice my Japanese, so I should probably find some time to practice that. So those are the languages that I speak. The first one, my dialect, when I did the video conference with my family, they were in China, so we will like to use that language because my grandma, she only speaks that language, which is dialect. And then with my husband at home, we speak Mandarin. And then because I did the video, so I speak English in front of the camera. And the French, because I work in France, so I should speak that language. And Japanese, for now, it's a passion, and I did a lot of effort in learning this language, but I have forgotten many vocabularies. So if you ask me how to learn a language, I think we have to apply that language into the daily life. Otherwise, we will lose it quickly, as I did with my Japanese. Voila! I hope this video will inspire you in learning the languages in the new year, because sometimes we need motivation. Sometimes I think action speaks louder than motivation, which means let your action guide your motivation. Firstly, act, then motivate yourself. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. See you next video.